Hey y'all. Yeah. Y'all. It's too much. 1 minute, like February the 8th, they didn't say all of this at first. That's the only thing that confusing people. Gary is a coach and a staff member at Westminster School in Atlanta. And his fiance, Jocelyn Wilson, is a Spelman College faculty member, traveler to Lake Oconee to celebrate Jones' 50th birthday. Now, we got a problem here. If we're going to go by what they're saying, their boat was later found circling near Wallace Dam without them on board, okay? Making me think that they kind of like fell off the boat. What y'all think? If they're not on the boat, inside the boat, this is what they found, but this is not what they said at first. First, they said there wasn't nothing on the boat. Now, the authorities, they making a statement saying that they found a life jacket, snacks, and a slice of birthday cake. I just don't believe that. Because they didn't say that at first. Even if they did find this information right here, why would they want us to think that they fell off the boat? Now, only thing I got to say, they say they got into her cell phone. They got to get into the cell phone. You don't need a number. Okay? He has a cell phone as well. At first, my mind is on that he's in the water. Because I feel like them two got it. I think, not can't feel, but I think that they got into it on the boat and they flipped over. But I don't want to. If the family not coming forward, the friends not coming forward, they maybe did think that they fell in the water. So I don't know what conclusion to stick with, okay? Now, if he found life jackets, that's telling me that she didn't have one on, right? Because you can't find a life jacket if both of them had life jackets on. First thing you want to ask yourself, why are they in the middle of the lake without life jackets? Something still is suspicious about this case. There are unanswered questions that I need to know as a citizen. Talk about that it's not a simple drowning. What's making this drowning so sophisticated? Why is this drowning so sophisticated than the other drowning? She had air in her lungs. She was floating. Why? The density is telling me that he couldn't float on top of the water. How is his shoes are together? How did they find his shoes together? Even if he was in the water, one shoe should be over there and one shoe should be over there. Even if the shift on her body was on one side and the boat was on the other side. Something just ain't right, y'all. I don't know what they were doing on the boat. I don't know that they struggle. Were they playing on the boat? Were they playing too much and they flip over? I don't know. I don't know because I wasn't there. But Gary could be at the bottom of the lake. He could be at the bottom of the lake. He just ain't synced up. For them to be focusing and did so much work in that lake, from something that somebody know that he's still in that water. So I'm going with Gary's still in that water. That's what I think after doing a video for last week. Earlier this week, speaking of the density and the Rick and Morty, the lake, people do around the lake, cold lake. How Rick and Morty's take a few minutes to kick in, you know what I mean? 8 to 12 hours. So after doing that research, it's telling me a whole lot that he's in the water. And I know y'all mentioned somebody in the comment mentioned something about they're going to check his credit card. They would have been checked his credit card and any money, the last restaurant, they would have been on check that. Okay, some information came up that somebody that know them said that to the family friends friends, co-workers, and associate Gary Jones. With all due respect, this is now a national story and beyond your control in terms of how people are reacted online or in and around Atlanta. People aren't wrong for simply raising violent questions about their situation. No, we're not. That's what we're supposed to do. Then, near 12 days later, also, no matter how well you think you know someone, people change at the drop of a dime, and you don't know every details about yourselves, anyone's relationship. Okay, you only knows what they share. Are you familiar with with the saying? I never thought he or she was capable of ever doing something like this. That's what the friend said. If yes, then even your family members, first friends or associates, can be triggered by something and flies off the handle, regardless of their status in the community, education, ability to work with children. Okay. Also, some of the texts for her Instagram place says Sources was out with them the night before on that Friday. Remember we mentioned that? On that Friday, he was very upset with her and abruptly left the dinner. So he left. Okay? He left the dinner. And she had with friends, which is a friend of mine. Now the lady in her friends are friends with the lady who was just speaking earlier. Everyone at the dinner is side-eyeing him as a suspect. He could be a jealous man. I don't know. Okay, then they had a name right there, but they hit the name. Didn't sit right in my spirit from the moment I heard they for her in his shoes. When now that what I can't. That's what threw me off, the shoes. Now my friend that was with them the night before just texted me and said that there is word that they spotted him in the water. Said divers couldn't get to him fast enough. Claim he is floating towards the dam. It's definitely here, said, but if it is him they have spotted, it's still a mystery story. Just doesn't seem right. So that's what I was saying, that he got to be in that water. That's what I said. Now, I haven't been able to sleep really since all of this happened. My beautiful classmate did not deserve this. And for us to not know what happened to her is beyond belief and pains all of our hearts.
Fiance went missing on Lake Oconee while out on a small fishing boat. Her body was found right after their disappearance, but so far, after an exhaustive search, he has not been found. Now the Putnam County Sheriff says they're scaling back the search for the time being. Fox 5's Tyler Fingers is live at Lake Oconee with the very latest on the effort in this development. Tyler.
Yeah, Christine, good afternoon to you. It is a seemingly picture-perfect day here at Lake Oconee. We have seen a number of boaters on the water, but looks can be deceiving. The Putnam County Sheriff says because of the weather conditions, they're now scaling back their efforts in the search for Gary Jones for the time being, but he says they're not giving up.
There's never been anybody looked for like this for 22 days.
After an extensive weeks-long search by air, ground, and water, there's still no sign of missing Atlanta educator Gary Jones at Lake Oconee. Now authorities will change tactics because of conditions. Putnam County Sheriff Howard Sill says the use of dogs and divers have been suspended.
Reach a point where this is not working, and that's not to say that we won't deploy dogs again if the water warms up.
The sheriff says based on the evidence, they believe Jones is in the lake despite rumors
I do too.
otherwise. Using witnesses and phone records, he says whatever happened happened to Jones and his fiancee Joycelyn Wilson on February 8th happened between 5:01 and 5:24 p.m. while on his boat. Wilson's body was found the day after they disappeared, but Sheriff Sill says Jones is likely in the deepest portion of the lake in about 70 feet of water.
It's conceivable it could be months before
I think he out there too.
Investigators say phone data shows Wilson took several pictures in the minutes leading up to her death, but because of a password, they can't see them. They've now turned it over to the U.S. Secret Service for help. Sheriff Sill says they have utilized sophisticated technology for weeks, and he says while some efforts are being scaled back, they will still be on the water daily.
So I don't want the families to think that we've given up. We haven't.
Here he is. He says, and if the water warms up, they'll once again deploy the dogs and divers.